Making money on weird ideas is the dream. To take something you're passionate about and turn it into dollar bills is a goal many of us have. Problem is, there's lots of passions in this world. That means your goals might be so weird that you aren't sure that anybody will ever pay you to follow your dreams. Here's the thing though. Every idea has an audience. Maybe the audience is 1 billion people, maybe it's 3 people. All that matters is that you do what's necessary to find your audience and set your channel up so that your audience wants to support you. If you care about something, that means other people will too, no matter what it is. Today, we're talking about tried and true methods for how you can monetize anything. We're talking hard numbers, real-life examples, and overall philosophies of people who have monetized the most unbelievable things. I'm Grant Ball, creator of the YouTube channel Treesicle, with over 900,000 subscribers. I'm here today with Augie Johnston, my co-host, founder of VidChops, who can fulfill all of your video editing needs. He's also the creator of Baller Bootcamp, a YouTube channel with over 200,000 subscribers. Augie, are you ready to find people doing the impossible and question if bad ideas really even exist?
Oh yeah, I was born ready. Let's do this.
Hell yeah, let's do it! Alright, first I want to dive into some examples of people who are doing some really fascinating things. There's a channel called Soft White Underbelly, and what this guy does is he interviews people that you normally might dismiss or not think about, or maybe even not want to think about. So, I mean, just looking at his channel, like the latest videos he's uploaded, A Life on Drugs, a guy named Chris, street performer interview, skinhead interview, prostitute interview. These are generally people who, you might see on the street and you might judge them or think harshly of them, but this guy literally, he asks them very specific, deep questions that allow them to really tell their life story. And obviously the camera quality is great, the audio quality is great, there's a kind of artistic vibe to the whole thing. And it's really just intimate and well done. And it shows you a side of life that most people would try to avoid, but it presents it in a way that's very palpable. And respectful, I would say. So, we have intimate interviews with interesting people. And the point here, with the topic being how to monetize everything, of course, I'm not suggesting that you go around just trying to point cameras at people and being rude. He has a very strict vetting process. He clears these people before interviewing them, and overall, he's very respectful, asks good questions. But the point here is there's a lot of facets to the world. There's a lot of groups of people who are interesting, and they have stories that are worth telling. I mean, there's even Instagrams like Humans of New York, where the whole thing is he goes around and interviews people and asks very personal questions, but somehow in a way where they're still comfortable. So there is a market for this, a vulnerability market, you could call it. You can go to a lot of different people and essentially ask their life story, interview them. So if there's a part of the world or an industry or something that you know a lot about, you can essentially just set up a camera and talk to people. I mean, Augie, is there something off the top of your head that you can think hey, I know a group of people I could interview, or just something that people normally wouldn't think about, but there's so much information that is worth talking about?
Yeah, I can think of a million ideas off the top of my head. I mean, I love this idea. I love it because everyone has a past, right? So my past, everyone knows I'm a basketball guy. My past is basketball. So I could literally just do this exact same channel for basketball players, right? Let's get their story. Everyone has their basketball story about the time they were cut in 7th grade, or the coach that hated them, or when they made them run till they puked, or the time they won the championship and hit the game winner, or some good stories, So that was the first one that popped into my mind. But then I can just take that and relate it to anything, right? Because that's what's really great on YouTube is stories. That's what people want, at least when it comes to entertainment, right? And even when it comes to tutorials, right? If you can add a story in there, that's going to captivate people a lot more. So, yeah, think about what are you into? Are you into, I don't know, dogs? Well, go around and do some really in-depth interviews with dog owners just at a dog park, and let them tell you about the time they had to put their dog down, right? Or when their dog got hit by a car, or when their dog ran away, or when the first day they found their dog, or when they got him at the shelter. And there's so many cool stories about so many different topics that yeah, I'm so glad you brought this channel to my attention, because I'm interested in it. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that I like to watch. It's fascinating.
Yeah, and it's super unique, and I mean, really, that's the point of today's episode, right? Is to highlight these unique gems that not only are awesome to watch, but they're actually making good money. And one thing I think is interesting, so this channel has a very unique monetization strategy. So again, the channel is called Soft White Underbelly. And obviously there's YouTube ads, which is very standard. But then also they have a website, softwhiteunderbelly.com. And you can pay $10 a month after a $7 a month free trial. Or sorry, 7-day free trial. What am I talking about? And what this gives you is ad-free access to the show on most streaming platforms. I mean, there's like iPhone, Apple TV, Android, Roku. So I guess they don't have Netflix, but
Wow.
Point is, this is like a very unique monetization strategy. You get ad-free content on whatever device you want, and it seems to work for them. Like, the channel is doing amazingly. Each video gets over 100,000 views pretty much without fail. And you gotta figure that plenty of people are signing up to subscription services. Have you ever seen a channel do this?
I actually haven't seen this exact one, but it makes a lot of sense for any creator, right? I mean, everybody has ads on their videos on YouTube. So just take those exact same videos, put them without ads on another website, charge, $10 a month. And, your super fans would definitely probably sign up for that. I think there's so much opportunity for this channel to even build upon this business. Like, this is like a Netflix, like that they're starting, like their own little mini Netflix, right? I mean, imagine, keeping the same trend on their YouTube channel and same everything, but now let's start creating premium content, because that's really where they're going to get people to want to pay that $10. Hey, this is some not just ad free, but you can't get this content on YouTube. You got to pay. You got to pay for this, and they can just start a separate series, right? Like, so this one's like maybe interviewing in a studio each of these people and getting their story and their take. There should be maybe a part 2 to each of these interviews where they go on the street with these people and walk around, and just the same thing, more stories, maybe more of a positive. I don't know. They could do some other kind of spin-off, but you ask this person, hey, can we interview in the studio? They say yes. And then, can we also do a quick interview afterwards, which will take you 10 minutes. We're just going to go for a walk, and you can point out a few things and continue the conversation. Another idea that just popped into my head is, why not make those premium ones a little bit more R-rated, right? A little bit more dark, a little bit different. It might not be friendly for YouTube, but on a premium service like they're doing here, that could be great. So props to them. This is so professionally and so well done.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's fantastic. So now I want to change pace here. So this is a pretty intense and beautiful, vulnerable channel. Now we're going to be looking at a Rastafarian cooking channel. So the vibes here are pretty laid back. It's pretty cool. And this channel was started by a guy, he just goes by Matthew, and he actually is not the host of the channel. So he's a video editor / producer, and he befriended a guy named Rastamako, and he made him the star of the show, or he was always meant to be the star of the show, you could say. And the whole channel is based around Jamaican cooking recipes, and it's pretty straightforward. Like, sometimes he's just pouring a cup of coffee, sometimes he's showing you, how to pick the right fruit and add it to the right dish. And all around, this guy's vibes are very laid back. He was, I mean, he was meant to be in front of a camera for sure. You know, Matthew made the right call putting this guy as the host, and of course, like he's. Oh, there we go. The whole channel is just it's fascinating. Like, especially if you love cooking, there's a lot of food that I've never really seen, and that you know you're only going to get in Jamaica, at least like a fresh version of it. And they also have very interesting monetization strategies here. So one way that they make money is you can actually stay with the host of the show on Airbnb. And I don't know how much money they're actually making from this, especially, you know, these days travel may not be the biggest thing, but figure, you know, I've just never seen that before, where you can essentially stay with the host. And I mean, is that something that would appeal to you, Augie, where you can like, oh, maybe I could stay with a celebrity?
Yeah, totally. I mean, I watch these, you know, I'm a fan, right? I watch YouTube, and the people that I really like, yeah, I would pay to go spend a weekend with them or a day with them and hang out. And, you know, for me, I'm always trying to learn in this business world. So like my people would be, you know, business gurus and, you know, people, digital marketers and video marketers and stuff. So for me, I would do it just for the opportunity to learn. But, you know, in this case, you could go and, you know, cook a meal with your favorite YouTuber, learn something there, and just get to know the guy. I mean, it is a little, I would say, creepy or a little scary for the creator on the creator side, right? Because you don't know who's coming into your Airbnb with you. But you know, for the right amount, right? I mean, you're trying to make this into your full-time job. You know, you should definitely charge premium for that. Like, you know, hey, I don't know, I'd throw a number out there. It's $1,000 for the weekend. You get to come. We'll hang out all of Saturday, stay the night, all of Sunday, and then you know, send you on your way. You know, it's a meet and greet. It's kind of like a more I don't know, more close meet and greet, right? So I've never seen it before, but it does make a lot of sense. And you know, I'm sure you can easily vet, right? You can vet the people. Like, okay, apply to come spend the weekend with me. And then you get 20 applications and you go through them and you get on a couple calls with 2 or 3 people. Some people are the winners and they're able to do it. They pay the money. And what a great way to connect with your community, right? Now you know, shoot a video, not only come to, you know, we'll cook a meal, you'll shoot a video and all that. So I like the idea.
Yeah, it's very unique, and I really dig it. Especially, it's like, hey, vacation in Jamaica, yes, please. It all makes sense. And what I find interesting about this channel, so obviously I mentioned the guy who started it is not the host of it, and this kind of speaks to the power of being able to step aside. I think most people, when they think of starting a YouTube channel, they usually imagine themselves as the star, and
Right.
that's appealing for certain reasons, but in this case, it was clearly a great idea to have somebody else be the star. I mean, you figure Matthew drummed up a friendship with this guy. They got to know each other, decided they liked each other, and then agreed to do a show together. But Matthew is clearly the the video editing expert, and he could have co-hosted the show with this guy, and sometimes he sort of does, but for the most part, he steps aside. And I think just an idea to plant in the back of people's heads is maybe you have a great idea for a YouTube channel, but maybe there's somebody else who is better at being in front of the camera for whatever topic you may want to cover. So that's just something I wanted to mention. And then as far as other monetization strategies they have, so they have affiliate links. You know, sometimes they'll be talking about a certain sauce or like utensils or just general cooking gear, and you can click affiliate links in the description and buy that sauce or gear or whatever. They also have camera gear affiliate links, which is very common. They also have merchandise on their website. So I think, yeah, Augie had that up a little while ago. And yeah, it was kind of mugs, t-shirts, you know, kind of general things that you might want to buy. And then, of course, they have a Patreon, so you can donate monthly and get certain rewards that you would not otherwise be able to get. So, yeah, they have a Patreon only feed, so figure you can get news updates and just kind of behind the scenes information. You get, it looks like you get some like music samples and respect. So yeah, there's just a lot of different things, a lot of different ways that they are monetizing this channel, and it's cool. I really dig it. I'm impressed.
Yeah, as far as monetization goes, they're doing everything right. They, like you said, you named like 10 different ways they're monetizing. So that's awesome. Good for them. And I'm sure that it's probably I don't know his name, the fellow who does the video editing and all that kind of stuff. He's probably the business guy, the video editor, probably the videographer. And then the Rasta guy is probably just the talent, right? He probably just, plans out what the video is going to be about and how he's going to, collecting all the ingredients and making the food and stuff, which is a great partnership, right? I mean, for the Rasta guy, it's, he gets to do what he loves, cook, and doesn't have to worry about the business side. And for the business guy, he doesn't have to worry about the content so much, right? He just has to do kind of like the logistical stuff, like the grind work of editing, making sure the affiliate links are there and all that kind of stuff. So, I was looking at their social blade a second ago, and it looks like, in the past month, they got 1.3 million, 2.3 million. Their best month, as of recent is 5.3 million, which is good. Like for what they're doing and the way that they're monetizing and everything, they're probably making some really good money. Of course, they're probably trying to break through to get to the next level because it is two people, right? They're probably sharing the money. But they're doing well, and lifetime views is 115 million. So that's great. 115 million views on 494 videos. Very impressive. They created the channel back in 2011, so they've been around a while and been at it. So props to them. I like this idea. I think, for people that want to create a YouTube channel and they don't feel like they have any talent or any way to do it, learn the business side, learn the monetization side, find the talent, partner with them, and you're off to the races, and the workload will be a lot more manageable.
Definitely. Yeah, it's all about what are your skills and what are skills someone else might have that can kind of fill in gaps that maybe you're lacking in. And that can be a beautiful, beautiful team. Okay. And next on the list, we are changing pace drastically to the sexiest of topics, chess. This is a guy named Eric Rosen, I believe.
Yep.
And he often streams on Twitch. So for those who may not know, Twitch, you can live stream. And he'll do really long streams, sometimes as often as 10 hours, where he's just playing a bunch of chess games. And, he's obviously a chess master and knows everything you could possibly know about this game. But what he does is he takes these super long streams and he just cuts them up and then puts them on his channel. And sometimes he'll have just kind of informative videos like how to do a certain opening. But this is pretty genius because he essentially gets the benefits of being a Twitch streamer, where he makes money through donations. He gets money through Twitch subscribers, where people will pay monthly to get certain perks on his Twitch channel. But then he just kind of cuts that down and throws it on his YouTube channel and gets hundreds of thousands of views per video very often. I'm very impressed by this, and I didn't know it was possible to get these kinds of numbers just talking about chess. I played a legend. He has very good titles. I tried to trick a grandmaster with the London opening, and it's just these are very chess-specific things that, clearly there's an audience for. And it really just goes to show you, if you're worried that your passion isn't interesting enough or doesn't have a wide enough appeal, maybe you're overthinking it. This guy, he's very good on camera. He's incredibly knowledgeable. And this just goes to show you, if you can develop your personality or just become a super duper expert in something to the point where you can stream it for hours and hours and still have something to say after all that time, you can do very well in this world. When's the last time you even thought about chess, Augie? I I think I played chess like 4 years ago and lost. I definitely lost.
Yeah, it's funny because I don't play chess anymore. I played it like when I was in middle school a little bit. But I have a buddy who has a chess channel, and it's very similar. And as I looked through this guy's channel, I noticed that they use the same app to kind of like record their moves and stuff on the screen. So I don't know. My buddy must be a fan of this channel. So I do know that people go on there and look for that kind of stuff, um, and so yeah, I mean, like when you mentioned like, hey, you might think that your passion or your niche, like no one would want to watch that, like chess, like who it's kind of a smaller thing, although it is huge. Honestly, chess is huge, but the thing about it is that like your audience is the world, right? If you were to say, oh, I'm going to start a YouTube channel just for my hometown to talk about chess, and only people in my hometown could watch it, then yeah, you'd probably have like 10 viewers because probably 10 people in your hometown. But guess what? Guess how many hometowns there are? Millions, right? So then you take that 10, you times it by millions, because your market is the world, right? This is the internet. That's the beautiful thing about the internet is it's the world. So except for China, they block it. But yeah, you know what I'm saying, right? So no matter what you're into, there's a big enough audience on YouTube to where you can make a full-time living if you do the correct moves as far as monetization and all that stuff goes. What kind of monetization strategies does he have?
So he teaches chess lessons. So he actually has private lessons, and he charges like 80 per hour, is what I saw. Okay. He is so popular actually with these lessons that he is not accepting new students at the moment. So he's all booked up. He's doing great, and he can teach you to be a better chess player. You just gotta get on a wait list. He also has pre-recorded courses. So these are obviously things that he just kind of made once, and you can buy them. This was just one link that I found, and there's plenty of courses that this guy can teach you about chess, and they go for like $60 in this case, and figure like people are buying them. He's doing well, and I think just having this personality on YouTube, I saw that he charges more than most like grand chess masters. So he, even though there's better chess players in the world than this guy, he is actually able to charge more per hour than people who are better than him at this game, simply because people know him on YouTube and they respect him, and maybe he has a bit better bedside manners, so to speak, than a lot of grandmasters. But point is, this guy is just monetizing his knowledge of chess in every way he can. He also makes money with PayPal donations, which is kind of like, I see this occasionally, but he has the link on his YouTube channel, and I saw some comments on his channel saying like, hey, I just donated to you on PayPal. So the fact that people are going out of their way to give him money through PayPal is like, I mean, it's very impressive. I don't know. I've never seen people do that as much as I saw on this guy's channel.
Yeah, and one thing you mentioned there too about he charges more than even grandmasters in these lessons, $80 an hour. That's what I keep preaching to people is like, once you start creating content, even if you have followers or no followers, it doesn't even matter. You don't even need followers. You will start to become the authority in your space. Meaning if you were to just post content on Facebook, your personal Facebook page, your Facebook friends would start to see you as an authority in the space. And I saw that firsthand because I used to post, some basketball drills and stuff on my Facebook, just my personal Facebook, just because I was like, that's what I was up to. I was like, hey, this is what I'm up to, guys. And the cool thing was that like parents started, hey, can you train my child? Hey, are you running any camps? All this stuff. And it's the video content, man. You become the authority.
Yeah, and it just it's the magic of having a following, and even just the more time you spend in front of a camera, the more comfortable you become with conversation, and that means you're better able to make other people comfortable while talking to them on like a Zoom call or whatever. And, you know, like people really respond to that. If you can give them an hour of time and just kind of focus on them and them asking questions and you answering them with your expertise and in your way that you're so well practiced in, like this is a real skill. This is a real thing that you can build up to. And I mean, I even do this, you know, I do YouTube consulting, you know, how to build a YouTube channel. You can pay me to answer your specific questions, and like
it's valuable.
Yeah, it's just when you have years of experience doing something, you are able to use that knowledge and help people make some money. It's a mutually beneficial relationship.
Yeah, no, totally. Yeah, anything that you're passionate about, you can always monetize it, and help other people that are just, you know, one chapter behind you, honestly.
Absolutely. All right, that was the chess master. Now we are going to look at the cleaning master. Her name is Love Meg. She has found a way to clean and make money on YouTube, and I legitimately don't understand it. I watch her videos, and you know, she's got a good vibe. She's got a cool family. She films her family and has cool shots of her very clean house. And then obviously has like tutorials on how best to clean your toilet or whatever. And you know, she'll teach you how to cook, and it's kind of like domestic home economics type of content. And, you know, she has time lapses. She'll kind of speed things up, keep things interesting. But really, she's like a day in the life kind of YouTuber. And she got big off of cleaning products for the most part. Like, there is something satisfying about watching something get clean and kind of watching someone else do the work. There's an element to the human mind that is being, I don't want to say exploited, but that is being utilized here, and it works. It works very well. So she has sponsors on YouTube, and she has ads on her YouTube videos, but then she also has a website where she sells products. And honestly, this is the best way to make money. Like, her content is very personable, so people trust her, they respect her. And what that means is they're also willing to buy her stuff. And she has cleaning products that clearly smell very nice. They work. And she's the cleaning lady. Like, if you want to get your stuff clean and smelling fresh and wonderful, you can buy her stuff. And that's money direct to her. Like a lot of people, they'll sell t-shirts or something, and they'll have a Teespring store or whatever, and then they have to split the revenue with Teespring. But the fact that she is creating her own product and selling it means she is keeping most of that money. It's a great idea. I would highly recommend this to anybody who ends up building a dedicated audience. This should really be the end goal of most YouTube channels. Is really just creating a unique product and selling it to people who trust you. Yeah, I mean, like, if it smells like cucumber, why wouldn't you buy it?
Yeah, and we've seen this maybe once or twice in the past on some channels, and like you said, it's probably the best way because she's building a brand, not just, you know, merch, which is great for the time being, but when you build a brand, then you can actually exit that brand. Someone might purchase that off of you. I mean, you can think of, I mean, this is a pretty big example, but Kylie Jenner or Kendall, one of the Kardashians, I think it was Kylie Jenner. She created a makeup line, and she, you know, she's not really a YouTuber, but she used her influence, right, to create this makeup line, and she sold it. It was valued at $1 billion, and she sold 60% of it for $600 million. And that's the power of building the brand, right? And we saw it with Jose Zuniga and his, where he had a t-shirt brand called Essentials. So no matter what happens, maybe your YouTube channel someday is a thing of the past. Maybe you're not even uploading then. Maybe you're just not worried about it, or it's just not doing well. But if you have this brand that's gaining traction, and now, you know, this cleaning supplies is now in Walmart. I mean, this cleaning supplies is now in, you know, if it gets that big, if it's that good, if you continue to improve the product, then then you've built something substantial and something that could be life changing. And so, yeah, a great move by her. If I was her, I would say, why don't you start niching down your channel and your cleaning stuff to be like, economically friendly or environmentally friendly, both, right? Like affordable and environmentally friendly, and make that kind of your thing, your passion. And now you have a niche, right? Now you really have a small niche where you could go and try to be the number one brand in that niche, which would be huge. Right now I'm looking at her channel. She's got 545 uploads, so she's been at it for a while. User created in 2014, so when she started the channel. 75 million lifetime views, 550,000 subscribers. And if I look at her monthly views, it's not really it's kind of maybe a social blade glitch, but it looks like every month she's getting about, anywhere from 500,000 to about 1 million views a month. She had one month with 27 million views, but kind of a weird social blade report here. But anyways, needless to say, it's a weird niche, but it's another niche that my wife would watch. My wife would hit subscribe on this channel. And although maybe Grant and myself might not, my wife would. And the thing is too, like all these channels that we're looking at all kind of have one thing in common. And I would say that is that they are all done well. Okay, these are not just like someone hitting record on a Google Meet, in front of a white wall talking and just talking about cleaning, right? She's in the trenches. She's getting good angles. She's using a decent camera. She has good lighting. Everything's beautiful. Some cinematography, and take it back to the first channel we talked about where it was interviews with people who might have a struggle in life. Like those were so well done. There was great audio. There was great studio setup. There was, great questions, very thought out. And so no matter what the niche is, if you want to rise to the top, you have to put effort into this and make good videos. And I think that's one thing that we've learned as we take a look at all these channels.
Definitely. Yeah. And even as you said with Love Meg, she does a great job of like showcasing her own house with great camera angles and lighting to the point where it's like, when she cleans her room or even just cleans the dishes that she made dinner with, like, and then shows the room before and after, it's mesmerizing. And it's done in a way where it really showcases, like, why would you love to clean? Oh, I get it now. Like, when you watch her go through the process and you see the before and after and you see all the amazing camera angles and her dedication to showing you, like, what it means to her, how it makes her feel on the inside when she does a great job making her house look great. It's contagious. It makes me want to clean. And, yeah, it's passion, people. Passion. If you can get that passion across in video form, it's a beautiful thing.
Man, if she makes you want to clean, she must be pretty good then, because, you don't clean anything. Just joking.
No, never.
So, okay, cool. These are some great channels. I'll also mention a couple myself. I'm not going to bring them up and stuff, but, these are all channels kind of based around a niche, a passion, a topic. But listen, there's some channels out there that aren't based on anything. Literally, there's a channel called, I'll bring this one up just because it's so bizarre, but it's Benjamin Bennett. Okay, it's called Benjamin Bennett. And let me go ahead and bring it up. And all he does is he does some videos called Walking and Talking, which literally are 4 hours long of him walking and talking. He's got 349,000 subscribers. So you can see here on my screen.
Wow.
Walking and talking. This video is 4 hours long. He's just walking and talking. But he also makes these other ones. Sitting and smiling. Where 4 hours, no words, nothing being said, of sitting and smiling in front of the camera. And you can see this is episode 318. So he has 318 episodes of him sitting and smiling. He's got 135,000 views. And if I go to his most popular videos, I can see one from 7 years ago that has 7 million views of him sitting and smiling. It's his fifth one. You can go all the way back to his very first one. He's, gotten older over the years. But these videos have 500,000 to 1 million views. and he's got a niche audience of a bunch of weirdos that like to watch him sit and smile. And it's funny because there's one video where someone literally walks into the room and he doesn't even break character. He just sticks with it, and the person leaves, and that's that. So yeah, there's a lot of opportunities out there.
I'll say, yeah. I mean, I feel like I chose horrible examples compared to you. Like, as far as how to monetize anything, this guy is the leader. He's the winner. Perhaps the best I've ever seen. Oh my god.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not going to go down this rabbit hole, right? There's like this weird side of YouTube, right, that you can go down where, you know, you have the licking guy, the guy who goes around and licks different things, makes videos about it. So, for example, he licked Area 51. He's licked, like the Berlin Wall. Like he just takes these famous things and he'll lick them and make videos about them. Have you ever heard of Dr. Pimple Popper?
I've seen pimple popping channels. I can imagine.
Exactly. So that's a whole world in itself right there, man. And that's a rabbit hole that if you go down, you will definitely have a nightmare that night. But definitely a rabbit hole that I've gone down. I hate to admit it, but I've watched some pimple popping videos.
They're pretty popular.
Yeah.
Legitimately, there's, I believe, a whole subreddit based on this. And it's funny, sometimes people will, like, post in the subreddit, hey, I had this thing appear on my back, and, like, I don't know what it is. And they'll, like, describe it, and then everybody says, I think you need to make a video and show yourself popping it. And it's like, oh my god. These people.
Yeah. So all kinds of channels out there, guys. It's your world. It's your channel. You can make it about what you want to make it about. And believe it or not, people will come to watch.
For real. Let this be a lesson that anything is worthy of attention so long as you or the person on camera has charisma to back it up. There are no bad ideas. There are only bad executions. There are people literally making shows about sitting and smiling, about cleaning, playing chess, and pulling in substantial views. As long as you upload regularly and find unique ways to have your audience support you, there is no reason you can't monetize anything. I hope you found this at least as inspiring as I did, because I've learned a lot today. There is a beautiful variety of endless possibilities. So, with that, that is the end of today's episode. Remember to subscribe on YouTube and all other platforms where you find us. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time, and so will Augie.
Bye. See you guys.